Kia ora, it's Poppy here. Look, I just made a very strong post today, which I feel really the need to get this message out there to as many people as possible. We're hearing of so many deaths and so much harm from what's going on in this world at the moment, and many people are being caught unaware, not knowing the dangers of everything, believing in the status quo. And I really just feel like it really needs to be shared. And so I'm just going to read what I've written today so that it can also be on YouTube, and I will put a link under here which will bring you to the article. Okay, so this is about the current Mayan energies as well, and I've called it "And the Truth Will Set Us Free." So 11 life is a gateway to cut away the untruths that harnessed our earth and have harnessed the souls of the ethical who have resisted living the matrix system rules. As it is the night wave of 108 and 10 Earth, it's all about her. No greater love is there when we lay our lives down for the truth and love of creation, and by the will of Creator, and there are many martyrs among us with such resolve to be love and truth. I commend you. Know in the power of the gnosis or the knowledge of Papa Tuanuku, our cosmic mother, that the time is coming when we will be fully crowned by living love, truth and justice. All the rage, confusion, doubt, fear, abuse and trauma may swirl around us overwhelmingly as we transition with the earth to return to love, peace, joy and freedom, where our children are safe, our environments are cleansed and healed, and we are free to move as Spirit guides us out of this global crisis of illusion. The time of the matrix overlay of our mindsets is ending as truth is revealed through valiant and brave souls, such as doctors and nurses, as an example, who will not be complicit with the harm and taking of souls through the artificial soul harvesting measures of mass destruction and the poisoning of the people. The rage and diminishing of our tolerance levels is here to fuel all valiant acts of courage for each one of us who did not bend to the pressures of conformity, the brainwashing of the mainstream media who represent the mind controllers' agendas. Govern means control, and meant is mind. How obvious can it be? Lies and untruth will not be sustained in the rising time frequencies that are pulsed through the sun portal from the cosmic axis, the tree of life from the heart of Ranginui, Father Sky, who allowed the disconnection with his beloved Papa Tuanuku to happen so that we may resolve duality and master ourselves by returning to unity. We spiral all with divine time and within the will of our cosmic parents into balance and harmony from all the assaults that we have experienced in our psyches over eons of time. That's everything. All the darkness, all the light, from the depths of fear to the heights of enlightenment, everything. We cut away what doesn't serve creation, the programming installed by behaviorists who influence mentalities of punishment and reward. We are divine beings of the all, the dark and light. When we love it all, become grateful for every experience, we are not suppressed and silenced. We are equipped with the lessons of self-mastery. I am grateful to many who have suffered as I have, who know what it is to be martyred in separation of ways, race, gender, belief, etc. I have witnessed many of the native people of my land remain in grace, love and truth through the genocidal regimes of stolen land connection, destruction of the sacred ways of harmonizing with Papa Tuanuku, seen as a threat to colonizers who sought to harness the earth for commerce through powers and principalities of duality. We are the valiant ones, both living and dead. The blood of our ancestors lies in the land and it calls us home to live truth, peace and freedom. Kia kaha, kia pono, kia tika, kia aroha. Stay strong, stay in honour, stay true and stay in love. Look, I'm no fan of the God, Satan, common Christian belief system part that still resides in duality. But some of the scriptures contain truth, and that is that we love our neighbours as ourselves. We may protect and encourage each other too, because it's not by might and it's not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord. And the Sun Lord is the Christ consciousness in Mayan cosmology, as far as I am aware. And The violations to the Treaty of Waitangi within New Zealand law have been listed in my article, and they were compiled by a friend who was one of the Maori people of this land, who gave me refuge and protection when I was on the run for my life from the New Zealand government. Most of the refuge given to me has been by Maori people, because they know all too well the effects of genocide on their generations. And sadly, many others have been sold to commerce and mind-controlled by the Pakeha government. Pakeha, the bringer of fleas. It is a somewhat controversial interpretation, but fleas bring plague, so it's kind of fitting. Perhaps. It's an observation. So this list that was part of an activist website I had with my ex-partner, it got hacked and we got chased by matrix agents who were adamant on shutting us up, and it's a miracle that I'm here to tell this story. So in my article you can read the legislative violations of the Treaty of Waitangi about the first 150 years, remembering that New Zealand was more recently colonised than any other country, and that the memory is still held on the DNA of many of the people. All native people of every land know the reality of what it is to be subjected to targeting, to genocide. Okay, so there's many other legislative violations, and they're getting set into the writ every day. But I've just listed some of them, and the genocide is spilling over to all others now. And I don't know if you remember, but how the Illuminati called us useless eaters, and that when our time was over, when we couldn't of no use to them, then there would be a depopulation agenda. So let's choose ethically, and this is my truth that I own and share, but it's up to the recipient of these messages to do what they do with it. So I'm sending lots of love. We really need to cut away and bring everything that is in duality into unity within our consciousness.